Hello fellow viewers, today is Monday, March 9th, 2020. The temperature is a very pleasant 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. I'm in the Greenwich Village neighborhood of Manhattan at the corner of Sullivan Street and Bleecker Street. And today I'm going to be doing a walk on this beautiful spring-like day, just strolling around New York City. Not going anywhere in particular. Oh, whoa. Someone's got some cardboard stuck under their car. Ooh. Glad they were able to shake that off. Interesting start to a live walk. That's for sure. But let's just start here with a walk through Greenwich Village along Bleecker Street. If this was a few days ago, the weather would start turning dark right about now because daylight saving time pushed our clocks forward ahead by 1 hour. So now it's getting dark an hour later. Scott McDougal Street. This is always a trendy street to walk up. Let's see what kind of people come out here. Looks like something's going on here. What do we got here? Okay. All right. People here having a good time. So I like to see New Yorkers in action. Yep, short sleeve weather today. Very nice weather. A lot more people are out than usual. We're gonna go into Washington Square Park. Eddie Perez is saying it's 5 degrees in Miami. Wow. And you know what's also cool? This is an ice cream spot. It's finally getting some business. Van Leeuwen ice cream. The weather's warming up, so now the ice cream store is getting packed. I wouldn't say summer's coming already. Hey, I'm doing a live video walking up Manhattan. Yeah. Yeah, you wanna be? Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, New York City coronavirus. Be careful. Stay home.
Yeah,
Don't
you gotta
go
be
out.
careful. All right.
Who is it over there?
Oh, we got viewers from all over the world.
All right.
Brooklyn, Europe, anywhere. Okay. That was outside the, I don't think it was outside Palm Streets. There's another place. No, I don't have a permit for that, but thanks for the observation. Leeuwen is Dutch for line, so thank you, fat Dutch bike blogger. I like to see a lot of people out. Puts people in a good mood, especially what's been happening in recent events. When the weather gets warmer, this state of illness will pass by really quickly. So I'm hoping for some warmer weather somewhat soon so the world can get past it fairly quickly. But here I am at Washington Square Park. Let's go inside Washington Square Park, see how many people are here. All right, Washington Square Park. I'm gonna talk a little bit about its history. This used to be a potter's field because the ground here was so wet and it's not good for building buildings because the ground's so moist. Used to be the area of Minetta Creek, which is an old creek that ran all the way to the Hudson River, but now that's not here anymore. It's buried underneath Washington Square Park. Wow, there's a lot of people in Washington Square Park today. Good. It's so good to see all these people out. The temperature is in the title, Yorkie girl. That's why I put it up on the title, because I want people to know that it's spring-like type weather. We can hear some live music here in Washington Square Park as well. This is one of the most popular parks for NYU students.
Yeah, so much for buying anything this year. I mean, unless it bounces back.
It's like being in GTA 4. Yes, GTA 4 is based off of New York City. Nathaniel Williams for $2 saying how long I'm gonna stream for. I'd say at least an hour. But thank you for the super chat. Let's listen to some good music in Washington Square Park, will we? Cute dog. Very talented group here.
Thank you guys, thank you. We got a really big bag over here that needs to be filled up before the end of the day. Step right up, take $1 out your wallet, give us a ride. Thank you. Follow us on Venmo.
Yeah, they're good. They're a good band here. They play in the subways too, the Flamingos. They always deserve something when they play. All right, no problem. I'll stay for another song. snow, $1.99. Thank you. Yes, it is Washington Square Park. All right.
There you go. Yo,
Great
Jumbo,
band.
I know you can hit a
All right. They're the Flamingos.
I know you
You
can.
can follow them on Instagram, Venmo.
No. You want to let it do this, but you help.
All right. Let's check out Washington Square Park some more. Yes, I'm using my iPhone 8 Plus for this live video. The park is packed today. It is packed. St. Clair is asking if you should wear a coat around this time when you visit New York. Well, if the weather stays like this, you won't need a coat at all. I'm not wearing a coat. I am in Washington Square Park right now. This is the Washington Square Arch, celebrating the anniversary of George Washington's inauguration as President of the United States. It's either the 100th or 200th anniversary. I forget which one. Jade S10, I think Ray's Pizza's still here. These folks are talented too. So I'm gonna avoid Fifth Avenue today because I went on Fifth Avenue a lot. Shannon Joan with $5. Thank you so much. Appreciate your super sticker. That's a fun one. Yes, I Am Legend was filmed in these buildings here. Maz, I don't know what time I'll be there able to do the stream. I don't even know if the stream will work because I'm also subject to the reception there and also the bandwidth that's available. So I'm coming up onto University Place. I'm gonna walk all the way to Broadway. Let's take Broadway down. Check out Soho. I think Soho should be happening right now. NYU Silver Center's over here. Yeah, the Strand bookstore is a few blocks north of here on Broadway. I think it's on 12th Street. Not exactly the short, exact intersection of the Strand bookstore. Oh, thanks, Scott. I knew it was at, I had a feeling it was at 12th Street. Yes, New York City is a very old city, so a lot of the streets, they kept their historic layout with the cobblestone streets. Well, what New Yorkers normally refer to as cobblestone streets are really Belgian blocks. The official cobblestone streets are like much smaller, but we still refer to them as cobblestone streets colloquially. All right, here we are at Broadway and Waverly Place. I'm gonna walk down Broadway now. Let's go all the way down to Soho. Check out Soho. Here's NYU's bookstore. About the only building in NYU you can go in here without needing a student ID. Spam sludge, I do notice a reduction in people, but it's not stopping people from going outside today. This building on the corner here is the physics building for NYU. Yeah, it is a big building for one subject. NYU has that money in order to have buildings for particular subjects. You should see their business building over there, NYU Stern. Francisca, you know how I'm taking precautions? I'm living a healthy lifestyle, eating the right way, and just trying to stay active. And keeping a positive attitude is also very important.
No, Carrie is still home.
Yes, NYU, they did a study. I think NYU is one of the biggest landowners in New York City. Subway is running underneath me right now. Here's an interesting fact about Great Jones Street. Great Jones was named after a state comptroller. His last name was Jones, but he would refuse to sell his land to New York City to make room for this street here. So he agreed to sell his street with the condition that the street be named after him. So there was already another Jones Street in Manhattan, so they called this street instead Great Jones Street. So in concession for giving up his land, the street is named after Mr. Jones, the previous state comptroller. What a good memory, right? I'd love to have a street named after me called like Action Kid Street or something. Oh, Francisco, his name was not great, but there was another Jones Street in Manhattan. I think it was in Greenwich Village. They needed to differentiate them somehow, so they made it Great Jones Street instead to differentiate between the two. I only wish, right, Brooklyn, New York, there was a street named after me. No, that would be too much Doma Gauche. Only one's good enough. And maybe like a very short one. I don't want to be like known for one long particular stretch of road. That'll seem kind of like selfish. Maybe a little tiny alleyway. We're getting closer to Soho now. So here's Bleecker Street. You know what Bleecker Street, who it's named after? Bleecker Street is named after the Bleecker family. No surprise, right? And they also own farmland around here. And one of the Bleeckers gave up the land to the city. So in honor of that exchange, they named the street Bleecker Street. And the street used to run right through their farmland. So that's the history of Bleecker Street. Oh, John's of Bleecker Street. I think I've had it before. Yeah, I've definitely had it before. I had John's of Bleecker Street before. Good pizza. Okay, here we are. Folks, I don't know where I am, but I'm walking from New York City to Texas right now in the next block. You see, I'm not in New York City anymore. It says it's Houston. How did I walk from New York City to Houston in like less than a minute? Can someone explain to me why? Yeah, it says right here, Houston Street. E. Houston Street. Who's E. Houston? Edward Houston? I don't know. So anyway, jokes aside, Houston Street is actually pronounced Houston Street because it was named after William Houston. That's the history of Houston Street, not Houston Street. It's named after William Houston. He was a delegate from the state of Georgia to the Continental Congress. And guess what? This street used to run through Houston's property. So we have a street named after Mr. Houston because it ran through his property. So that's the history of Houston Street. So you have the Bleecker family, which had the street running through their property, and we had Great Jones Street because that street ran over his property, and now we have Houston Street, which ran through Mr. Houston's property. And he's not related to Sam Houston of Texas. But now here we are at the Soho neighborhood, the south of Houston Street neighborhood. This is the trendy neighborhood now. Used to be all manufacturing, and then it got abandoned, and artists move in because the rent was cheap and they built it up, and then the land values got more and more expensive, so only now the retail stores can afford it and the artists get priced out of the neighborhood. That's what happened to this neighborhood. It's the start of the controversial social issue called gentrification in the neighborhood. And Ozzy with $5 saying, where am I raised in New York City? Crazy how much I know about the history. Yes, I was raised here. I lived here my whole life and I have a lot of knowledge about it. Like here is Soho. Yeah, now it's pretty much only affordable to people with a lot of wealth and all these retailer companies. Now it's a trendy neighborhood where people do all their shopping and like to hang out and get seen. A lot of people in Soho. A lot of people. Why is the street so wide? Because this is Broadway. Broadway was named after a Native American trail. Also, Soho is famous for its cast iron architecture. If this food cart will get out of the way, cast iron architecture. It's a very, it was a very innovative way to make the buildings back then, all iron and in one particular style. And there's also a lot of different designs on the iron itself too. You can see a lot of columns and flowers, things you would normally miss if you were just walking on the street level here. Like here, there's a flower over there, right there, and the cast iron architecture. Here's Uniqlo, the Japanese company, clothing retailer. Matrix X saying, where are the great Broadway theaters? I don't see them. Well, the Broadway theaters are more towards the Midtown area. I'm downtown right now. And Broadway theaters means they hold more than 500 seats, I think, or maybe it's 1,000. Forgot my facts on that. All right. Yoris Kurkov saying, does NYC parentheses Manhattan? So now you're referring to Manhattan specifically. Have any Dutch things left apart from the street names, any food, etc.? Well, there's an old Dutch farmhouse in the Inwood neighborhood that's from the 1700s. As far as Dutch architecture and the downtown area, all of that got burned down by the British when they invaded New Amsterdam and made it New York. But you will find like Dutch bars and like old Dutch pubs there. So in that way, there's Dutch influence. But if you really want to see Dutch influence, you go to outer boroughs. There's still some Dutch architecture in Staten Island. The old Richmond town will have a lot of Dutch architecture. There's also another Dutch building in Brooklyn, which is the oldest. I forgot the name of it, but that one's the oldest building in New York City. Here's Bloomingdale's luxury department store. Bloomingdale is a good spot to use the restroom if you're in this area, by the way. Oh, Gregorio, thank you so much for that. I knew it was the Wyckoff house. I just didn't know it off the top of my head. I haven't visited the Wyckoff house yet, but I plan to.
Absolutely down.
New York street food is really good. Yeah, the halal carts are surprisingly not bad. They're really good. So I'm approaching the southern end of the Soho neighborhood at Grand Street. Let's take a little detour on Grand Street and I'll show you Chinatown. Let's go to the neighborhood of Chinatown. All right, let's go. Crossing the street at Grand Street to go to Chinatown. Moni's asking if I'm going to Chambers Street. I don't think so. How far is Chinatown from here? About, I'd say 3 blocks from here is Chinatown. It's not that far at all. This is not a residential neighborhood right now. This is more a commercial neighborhood. Definitely a more commercial neighborhood. No, I'm not going shopping in Chinatown. I'm traveling there right now. It's a nice dog. Frogster Jones asking where can you get the best Chinese food? There's so many places you can get good Chinese food. In fact, I was just working with somebody who, you know what, I won't even spoil it. I work with someone on Chinatown, so I'm gonna go to Chinatown right now. Frogster, I'm not worried at all, not one bit. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not letting some sickness or something stop me from going outside. I live a healthy lifestyle, I eat right. I'm young, I'm healthy, so I don't see any point for me to stay home and restrict myself. I'm going out and exploring New York. Here we go, Grand Street and Mulberry. This is Little Italy.
Yeah.
Let's walk Little Italy. See, Little Italy has people here. It's not stopping people from going outside here. Cannoli King, Capri Pizza, Pizzeria, Ristorante Bar. And my absolute favorite store in Little Italy, Christmas in New York. Because you always want Christmas in New York, right? All right, we got I Love New York souvenir, MS10 gifts, Little Italy Center.
Tell her you love her.
Yes, I love her. All right. Let's go. Best place for cannolis. I would say it's that place I went to in the Bronx, Little Italy. That was really good. I forgot the name of it, but testicles with Canadian $3.99. Thank you so much. I don't feel like a cannoli right now. I just had so much food. But thank you for that. All right. Yoris Kirkhoff is asking if it's safe to bike all the way down Broadway from the start at Sleepy Hollow. I've never been up Broadway that far up, so I can't comment on that. Renee's asking if I prefer walking in the heat or cold weather. I prefer walking in room temperature weather because of my batteries on my phone and my camera. When it's too cold, the batteries die too fast. When it's too hot, the camera overheats. So anywhere between the two, I'll take it. And also when it gets too cold, it's hard to handle like multiple things at once because your dexterity and your fingers is slowed. All right, another historical street. It's Canal Street. You know why it's called Canal Street? Canal Street. Why was it called Canal Street? Anyone know? All right, because there used to be a canal here underneath Canal Street. It's buried under Canal Street. That's why it's called Canal Street. And I'm going to show you one of my hidden gems in New York City right here.
Right here.
My hidden gem in New York City. $2.50 coconut water. I'm going to get this. All right. 1 coconut. This is so good. Watch him. You're gonna miss it. Yeah. Oh, look at that, huh? Easy. Thank you. $2.50, folks. Okay. Coconut water. Thank you. All right. So, coconut water, here we go. This is a real coconut, folks. You can't get any fresher than this. All the other coconut waters are fake. Mmm. So good, so sweet. Oh, $2.50 for this. City Bear 57. Does it taste like a coconut? I don't know. I think it tastes like an apple. Tastes like chicken too, right? Because everything in life tastes like chicken, right? That's the running joke. Here's Mott Street, one of Chinatown's main streets. That person has a powerful voice. Right now, Chinatown's kind of winding down right now. There's a lot of stores here which are still open, but the lunch crowd is pretty much done. St. Clair, I don't know what they use. It just looked like a hammer to me with a metal point. So he just went, bam, hit that coconut, poked a hole in it, and put a straw in it. By the way, I want to show you something that's a little bit scary. This building here, there was a big fire at this building around 2 months ago. This area is still closed off, but it was a big fire. The Museum of Chinese in America, they lost a lot of artwork in there and rare scripts and books. But it's been 2 months later and this area they still haven't recovered yet. Christopher, I'm well aware of Wafeng number 1. That's a very good spot for a meal. You get roast pork with rice and vegetables for less than $5. I would get it, but I'm full already. I already ate. So, one history lesson I didn't tell you about before is this area used to be known as the 5 Points. This was back in the, I think the late 1800s. This area was known as the 5 Points. And basically, a lot of people refer to this area as a slum. There was a lot of Italian and Irish immigrants here. And the whole movie, Gangs of New York, was based on this neighborhood. There's a lot of crime, a lot of unsanitary conditions, people living on top of one another. And the history with that is that the area outgrew itself. It became overpopulated and it was underrepresented. And basically the city raised the whole neighborhood. They saw it as undesirable. They wiped almost every trace of 5 Points from the maps. They renamed all the streets. They turned the village square, which was Columbus Park across the street, into a public park. So you won't find any mention of 5 Points anymore by walking these streets. Joel Saran with $3. Thank you. I lift my coconut to you. Boom. Oh. Delicious. Yeah, you don't need a Coke today. Definitely don't need a Coke today. Brooklyn, New York, that is a fresh coconut. I got it from a vendor in Chinatown for $2.50. Just got a hammer with a metal point and went bam, poked a hole in it, and that was the coconut juice drink. Yeah, there is coconut meat inside as well. All right, folks. Do not litter because this coconut is finished. Let's play basketball. All right, folks.
Stand up.
Utter fail. Again. Slam dunk. All right, I'm coconuts now. I made it the second time. I know, I can't believe that's why I didn't try out for basketball, folks. You should have seen the coconut roll off into the street too. I had to go and run after my coconut. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what place this is. This is behind the New York Court building. I think it's the New York Supreme Court building over here. There's just a passageway between the two. I just entered the Civic Center because this is an area with a lot of governmental buildings. I forget which one is which. One is the New York Supreme Court building and the other one is the Manhattan Supreme Court building. Am I going to the St. Patrick's Day parade? I don't think I will. Where am I? This is the Civic Center. Normally it's a lot more crowded during weekdays, during the working hours, but very quiet right now. Madison Square Garden is the home of the New York Knicks. That one is in the, that one's on 33rd Street and 7th Avenue. All right, so this is the federal courthouse, the U.S. Courthouse. And this one is the New York courthouse. So this is the local courthouse and this is the federal courthouse. I always mix up which one is which. What kind of shoes do I have on today? I'm using my Rockport shoes. You know what? Under popular requests, because someone asked for it, let's go into Chambers Street subway station. Let's do a quick walk through Chambers Street. Since there is a request. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep, ugliest subway in New York City. Here we go. Let's do it. The best $2.75 you can buy if you want to see an ugly subway station. Oh boy. Disgusting. Why is it ugly? You can look for yourself. Yup. Diamaz, yes, he did get his name from the J and Z subway train lines. They closed off this side. You can't walk on this side. All right, let's get out of here now. All right, let's go this way. I'll show you the subway station that's right next door. It's called Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. This is connected to the Chambers Street subway station. It's a load of difference. Enigmatic. It's not that dirty here. Number 6 train. Let's go out this way. Yeah, I do see some rats the size of cats. Small cats, though. Currently, I'm using the iPhone 8 Plus to record. I am not transferring anywhere. I'm going to the southern part of the exit here, southern part of the station. All right, I just walked underneath the Brooklyn Bridge entrance. There's a good way to walk underneath it. You may thought that trek underneath the subway station was for naught, but I avoided all the traffic there. A nice little shortcut for those of you who want to know how to get past all the traffic of the Civic Center and all the ramps and stuff of the Brooklyn Bridge. You just have to pay a subway fare to use the shortcut underneath the Brooklyn Bridge entrance. Stuff you know from taking the subway and getting out of entrances and exits all the time. Yeah, I'm going to Nassau Street. Let's go take a visit to Wall Street on its bloodiest day in like forever, right? I didn't even check the stock market yet because I got some requests like the stock market's down or whatever. So whoa, it says Dow plummets in worst state since 2008. Oh my goodness. Down 2,013.76 points. Okay, we definitely need to take a trip to the New York Stock Exchange just for that.
Yeah, so for example, if I track
Let's go check out Wall Street and all of these bankers. Hopefully they didn't lose too much money, and we will see. Let's take a look to Wall Street. We walked from Greenwich Village all the way to Wall Street. Let's pay homage to the New York Stock Exchange. If it was back in the 1920s, people would be flooding the stock exchange with papers trying to sell their stocks. I saw that in newspaper articles. They show like hundreds of traders, thousands of traders huddled outside the New York Stock Exchange with paper trading, saying, "I want to sell my shares." But today, it's not like the olden days. Now everything's electronic, so it's quite a bit of people now right in here in Financial District. This is Fulton Street. All right, I am very close to the New York Stock Exchange now, only about 3-4 blocks. They don't sell fish on Fulton Street anymore. Now that fish market has moved to Hunts Point. It's actually called the New Fulton Fish Market. All right, Mr. Wheelie Man. Yes, move to the Bronx now. All right, folks, here is the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. I think we're gonna need another emergency Fed funds cut. Yo, Federal Reserve, we need another emergency Fed funds cut. The market's down 2,000 points. Hope they heard me. No, I just knew that they cut the rate like a few days ago because I watched the news just for a little bit. All right, we got some people posing for the camera here. I'm only a block away from the stock exchange now. Whoa, I just heard some finance speak. I know I'm on Wall Street now. I heard something about volatility and traders. How many folks have recognized me today? I think everybody here in the chat, right? There's like 1,000 people watching. I think all of you recognize me. All right, let's see. Will Wall Street be happy? Will be sad? I don't know. But worst day in stock market history since 2008, folks. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Are there gonna be bulls? Are there gonna be bears? Or are they gonna be like dolphins? I don't know. All right, New York Stock Exchange. Seems pretty normal right now. All right, we got some news crews here. And before I do anything, folks, I'm losing a shit ton of money right now in the stock market. I am going to redeem myself by calling up my broker and selling all my shares now because I am pissed off. Yo, Bill, sell all my stocks now. I'm losing a fuck ton of money. Come on. What? What'd you say? The market's closed? What? You're kidding me. Sell me those damn shares now. I'm losing money. Sell, 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 sell. All right, screw you, man. Fuck you. That's how you do and talk 'em That's how you talk on Wall Street. Hope you like my performance there. It's all about entertainment, right? Let's go visit the bull. We need to wake the bull up so the market can recover. REI with $1 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I should be an actor. Oh, thank you. I don't think I act pretty well, but don't touch the bull's balls this time. What about his nuts? Can I talk the... Oh yeah, I think I do need to hook up my battery. I saw a low battery warning. So, time for some emergency juice. I got my all right. All right. I hope the battery's working now. I got a super chat from REI for $1. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, dude. I don't know, Paul. You don't have to give me anything. I'm happy with you just watching the stream. Let's go, Wall Street Bull. Let's do it. Gotta wait in line for this. Enigmatic, that's a good story. What's the story behind the bull? Well, the story from the bull is there's this artist called Arturo de Monica. He's an Italian artist. This bull is a rogue piece of art. He placed it here after the stock market crash, I think of 1980 something, I forget. But he put it as a rogue piece of art next to the stock exchange with a bow around its neck as a gift to the people of New York. And since it was a rogue piece of art, the city impounded it. They were going to get rid of it. But because it got so much press, the city parks department took the bull and put it here on this island. And now it's been a beloved sculpture ever since. That's the story behind the bull. It's a symbol of hope to the people. Yeah, 1989. Thank you, Christopher. But anyway, the bull is still owned by that Italian artist, Arturo de Monaco. It was 1987. I'm gonna get my facts straight, so I'm gonna look it up. It was placed in 1989. On December 14, 1989 by Arturo de Monaco. Oh. No, I won't ride the bull. Not riding the bull. Yeah, there is a little breeze here. Okay, folks, time for the Wall Street Bull. All right, Mr. Bull. My broker won't sell my shares, so I need you to do me a favor and prop the market up so I can sell my shares early in the morning, because I need your help. All right, and I know why I haven't been getting luck from the bull, because I haven't been aggressive enough towards it. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll go after you. I'm gonna do something very entertaining. I need to be more aggressive to this bull. All right. So, let's do this. I gotta do something. I think the bull heard me, folks. All right, folks, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. I had a nice long stream at walked from Greenwich Village all the way to Wall Street, had some fun. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for some more adventures, and I'll see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone, and good luck with everything. Bye-bye.